EGM Network.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cottage Conversations. My name is Lou Ciambriello, and I'm a realtor here in Indian River County, specializing in single-family homes. And today I'd like to do a shout-out, and that's a new part of our program where Jennifer and I shout out about something special. Our shout-out today is about the first annual Trunk or Treat being held by Remax Crown Realty and Riverside Mortgage Company. So all you ghosts, goblins, and ghouls, and princesses, and warriors, make sure that you come to our first annual open house trunk or treat. It's on the 30th of October from 4 to 7. And remember that realtors, nobody likes food, children, selling houses, and candy more than realtors. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff there. And they also, our office, as you know, loves to have fun. But now let's get into our podcast. Today our guest is from Sunrise Theater in Fort Pierce. And the reason I'm bringing them in is because when you purchase a home, you're purchasing more than a home. You're purchasing the community. And if you've ever been, those of us that live here, if you've ever been to the Sunrise Theater, it really is a great event. And I'm going to have my guests introduce themselves and tell them what they do. And then we're going to get deep into what it is that they bring to the community and why it makes our area so special. So Marisa, I'm going to have you go first. Tell us something wonderful about you and your position where you are now.
Sure. So my name is Marisa Quijano, and I am the box office manager, but also the acting executive director of the Sunrise Theater. So I kind of oversee a little bit of everything now. Something about me, I have a big theater passion. I've been doing it for 15 years, and I actually...
This is my theater.
Oh, yeah. No, everything's a show.
Welcome to my theater. Okay. Go ahead. Everything's a show.
I like that.
Yeah. And something interesting about me, I actually performed at the Sunrise Theater when I was in college. We did a dinner theater there in the Black Box, which was so much fun. And at the time, I thought it was the biggest deal.
It is the big deal.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, and Briggs, which the name, by the way, I love that name, guys. Think of that name, Briggs. Go ahead, Briggs.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm the marketing manager there. I took over after our director stepped off. And I've been having a great time designing all of our posters, our graphic designs, editing our website. Social media is what I handle. Something interesting about me, I started training boxing 2 years ago. So not only do I have a heart and passion for theater, but I also have a passion for combat sports.
You like to knock people out.
I love the
you
training and the mental aspect and the discipline of that.
That's wonderful. Well, I think there's a knockout when you go to the theater as well. The same thing. That was the point I was making, an emotional knockout.
I love that.
Yeah. Right hook, left
Jennifer,
hook.
okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Jennifer, go ahead.
Jennifer Arteaga, realtor with one of the best brokerages in town, Remax Crown Realty.
The best brokerage in town, not one of the. Okay, we are the best. Okay, I want to start with you, Marisa, and give us some history regarding. I know you're over 102 years old.
Yeah. So the Cliff Notes is that the Sunrise Theater was opened in August of 1923 by Pop Kobalgard, and it started its life as a vaudeville stage. Then it turned into a movie theater. It at the time was one of the first air-conditioned places
cool, huh?
on the coast.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got a lot of people, and there was a giant sign that just said air conditioning right outside. And then it did close in the 80s with the rise of
and it's
bigger movie theaters.
It's run by the city.
Yeah, so right now, in the early 2000s, it was bought and preserved by the St. Lucie Preservation and Main Street in Fort Pierce, and then they gave it to the city after they revitalized it. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
And
and
Briggs,
so we reopened in 2006. Yeah.
Briggs, tell us how because you're in the media part, you are an important part of how they connect to the community. So tell us how you connect to the community. It's really kind of exciting.
Well, a lot of it, like this, I do a lot of radio spots. We'll do our e-blasts. So we have over 16,000 email subscribers that I will not only tell announcements to, but also we have a membership. which allows people to get early access to seats and
And do
things
you
like
have an
that.
application for the membership? Maybe we could put that out.
Yes, we
so
do.
Send that to us, and Jennifer and I will put that out. And let's talk a little bit about behind the scenes. What goes on behind the scenes? There's a lot that goes on to put on a show that people don't realize, just like selling a home.
Oh,
They
yeah.
think we just put a sign in the ground and poof, it's done. But the same thing is true with this. There's so much behind the scenes. What goes on?
There's a lot of moving parts to it. It starts even a year before the show actually happens. If we have to book it, or if it's a rental, get those contracts in.
You do parties as well.
Yeah. You can rent multiple areas of the theater. So you can rent the main stage if you wanted to put on a concert or a school show. We have the black box space, and we have a lounge upstairs that we rent. You could do parties, engagement parties. We've even had a wedding on our stage.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So yeah, you can rent a lot of parts of the theater, and then behind the scenes, once the tickets are selling and once the marketing is going, a lot of the things that happen on stage, the lights, the sound, the backdrops that you see, all that stuff is usually discussed like a week before the show.
Oh my goodness.
wow.
Yeah.
Last minute.
It feels very last minute, and that's pretty standard. We'll touch base, before then, but that's when all the real details get hammered out. And it's like a hurry up and wait, and then you're sprinting day of, right? It's long days, and
then
so many.
Briggs, talk to me
parts of
about
it.
who's coming to the theater. I mean, we've got some nice people coming.
I mean,
I'm very fond of Jesse's Girl.
That's the one I was going to bring up
All
first.
right.
Yeah. So our first show, it's one of the first September shows we've had, actually, is going to be Rick Springfield. It's going to be on the 20th. And so he's going to be bringing all of his hits. It's his full band tour,
Wow.
is what he's calling it. And we're pretty good. We're selling tickets pretty quick.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of promo and things that have been running out, and making sure that we're trying to make him feel welcome at the Sunrise.
Are
with
there
their big
still
audience.
available tickets?
Yes, there are still
It
available
looked
tickets.
very enticing.
I think we should
Have you
go
ever
as a-
been
Where? Oh, I
to the
love it.
Sunrise
Yeah, of
Theater?
course, yeah.
I've never been.
Oh, no,
And
I've
I've
lived
lived
here
here
since
So
99.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
well, and also talk to us about. You're going to be doing, we talked a little bit about Halloween, but you've got 4 things going on with Halloween. And I just learned in speaking with Marisa that you've got other things going on. So why don't we talk about that a little bit? Because Halloween, I don't get dressed, guys. Sorry. I grew out of it when I was 12.
Oh, Mary
But
Lou,
I know
you have
you
to
love that
stuff.
participate
Yeah,
in
Jennifer
trunk or
does.
treat.
I will come with candy, okay? And they will love me because it'll be the best candy.
You have to wear
but
a
the reality
costume.
is I do not wear a costume. No, I'm already wearing a costume, an old lady costume right here. That's enough. So tell us about what you've got going on for Halloween, because that's pretty cool. I mean, if you celebrate Halloween, then they do. It's a big deal. There are 4 shows plus. I'm taking away from you. Go ahead.
Oh, that's
Briggs.
completely okay.
Yeah.
The first one that comes to mind is our Vampire Circus. It's one of our co-promotions with Mike Elko. It is very much an acrobatics style. There's going to be a bunch of different clowns and vampires. It's set in 1800s, and that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
unique
I think so.
show.
And you've got the Rocky. Is that
the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That'll be
Yeah.
on the 31st at 9 p.m. It's going to also have a shadow cast in front. We'll have goodie bags, so people will have some fun interaction with the audience like you normally do for Rocky Horror Picture
For
Show.
anyone who's familiar, it's going to be a great time. We usually get a lot of great crowds for that.
We're about having fun, and the theater is about having fun. It's an escape. It's a great way to escape, and we could use an escape in today's world. So,
Do people wear costumes for
Oh my
these
God.
Halloween shows?
So it's
Specifically for
right up your
Rocky.
right up my alley.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
right up your alley. I'll go
I
with an
started
older
doing
lady,
this
and you
after my
can go.
kids were grown.
Yeah, I think we should see if the office wants to go to some of these shows, because we definitely, our office gets together and in groups of 30 or so, and we go out every now and again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
To piggyback on the Halloween stuff and the community
ghost thing.
events,
Yeah.
we do participate in the Main Street Ghost Walk, which is on October 22nd, which is the same night as our Haunted Illusions show as well.
That's pretty cool.
Which is a magic show, but it's a Halloween themed magic show. And then the ghost tours allow people to come into the theater for free, into the black box, and learn a little bit about the history and the ghosts of the theater, if you will.
Do you have any ghosts?
We do. Yes,
You do?
we do.
Oh, that's super cool. All right.
Thankfully, they don't interact with me much, but we've had a couple of guys come in with the readers, the ghost readers, and do the talking to the ghosts. So I've never been present for one of those. That part's not really up my alley. I love Halloween, but I kind of stay away from that stuff. But a lot of our other employees have funny or scary stories for sure.
And one of the things that I find really important about the theater is the connection that the audience has with the show, and that's something that you bring together. I mean, so let's talk about the connection of the theater and what it does for the audience itself.
Sure. Something that I always tell my staff and how we train them, the customer-facing ones, is that we don't really know the story of who's coming into the building. I've had calls from people, and they say, "Oh, I haven't seen this artist since I was 13 years old, and now I'm going to see them again, and I'm in my 60s, and they're in my backyard, and this is such an exciting experience."
I was there for the Righteous Brothers, and that was one of my experiences. They were was my wedding song. It was Unchained Melody from the Righteous Brothers, and
love that song.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah, and I love that. I love seeing the audience all stand up at the end of the show, captivated and
clap.
And they're just you can just feel it music. Yeah, in the middle of the show, you can just feel it like. It's like electrifying, no matter the genre.
And let's talk, don't you do a children's workshop as well? I mean, that's another way that you connect to the community, and it's a really beautiful thing, because I think that children should be introduced to the arts early and get to enjoy it. I know I got hooked on it really early.
Yeah, me as well.
This was our first year that we had it in-house, actually.
Yeah,
right?
we had an in-house summer camp this year. In the past, we've hired a summer camp group from out of state to come in and produce our summer camp. But this year we hired local St. Lucie County young professionals to run the camp. And all 3 sessions were sold out. And then the other thing that we do for the children as well is during the school year, we do school time performances for field trips. And so we're bringing in young kids to experience the theater.
It's just,
Steve Trash. He's coming.
Steve Trash is our first one. He does a 1-hour show on ecology. And then we'll do the Nutcracker, and then we have a science show in
the
February.
Nutcracker I was looking online, and that's pretty great.
And it's also brought to us by our Sunrise Theater Foundation. They not only sponsor the summer camp and then sponsor tuitions for children. I believe they took 56 children and paid their way through the summer camp this year. But they also sponsor the field trips, and they pay for the transportation.
Beautiful. Now,
make sure they can get to and from the school.
You were talking about your favorite performer before we went on air. So talk about your favorite. I never heard of him, and was it Briggs?
I think it was Marisa.
Oh, Marisa.
I'm so sorry.
I want to give you more time to talk.
No,
there,
that's
Briggs.
completely okay.
You're overpowered by 3 women, and Jennifer.
I'm just happy to be here.
Jennifer's very silent today, which is a good thing. Don't choke, Jennifer. Okay, please. I'm not good in emergencies. Okay, full disclosure. So talk about your favorite artists that came, and
we had Alan coming there maybe a year and a half ago, and since I'm a big theater kid in my heart, and he's a pretty known name on Broadway and now also in reality TV, it was fun seeing him. And the cool thing about his show was that it was the start of a one-man show that he was doing, where he was doing comedy special with songs. And because our theater is quite small,
it's intimate. It's not small,
but small in comparison to.
Oh, it is small.
Like,
it is very intimate. Yeah, and that's why I think the connection to the audience is a little bit stronger.
Yeah, there's not a bad seat in the house. There really isn't.
Yeah.
But a lot of acts, including Alan, he was workshopping his show, which is just so cool. We get to see like the beginning stages of.
Talk about the workshops, because that's pretty interesting. People I don't think are aware of workshops, that how performers come and they so speak about that.
Yeah, we so if it's the beginning of a tour that they've never premiered before, or they want to take it to larger venues with a larger audience, our venue is the perfect size and our audience is the perfect size for them to test out their jokes.
Do a test run.
Are people going to laugh at this? Does this hit well? Does it flow well? So Alan Cumming did that with his show. We had a comedian named Alana Glazer there, who's also one of my favorites. She was in a show called...
I love comedy.
Yeah, she was in a show called Broad City. And then we had a play called Further Up and Further In, which was a one-man show about the life of C.S. Lewis. Same thing. It was like they were workshopping it. So then a year later, those tours were bigger and in different venues, but we got
And
to
it's
see
kind
the
of interesting because you
opening
get to
scenes.
see what
Yeah.
what it started out as and how it ended up, which is really kind of really interesting to me. I love beginnings, endings, and middles. You know, the middle is always
Yeah, we're
the
all
more,
about telling the story. So.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about telling the story, exactly. Is there anything that I should be bringing up that I know we have other people coming, so I'm going to let you talk about that, Briggs, because I want to hear your beautiful voice. You've got that great deep voice. Listen to his voice.
So sweet.
Great name, beautiful voice. My God, go ahead. So
Yeah, no worries.
we've got Rick Springsteen.
Yeah, Rick Springfield.
Oh, Springfield,
Yep.
not
Yep.
Springsteen. I don't like Rick Springfield. I mean, Springsteen.
Yeah, no worries.
I love all Ricks. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Did you
no
need that
worries.
to go take a look
Honestly,
at that?
I look at it a lot, so no worries at all.
Oh, okay.
I created them and I make them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't sure if I was.
But that does help. Thank you. We also have Everclear coming up. They're going to be touring. It's their 30th anniversary tour of their album. So they're called their Sparkle and Fade tour. We also have.
Sparkle and Fade. I wonder why they came up with Sparkle and Fade.
It's the title of the album.
Okay, even that. I wonder why that. That's interesting. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I would say sparkle continuously.
I think,
Never fade.
I think it's very interesting commentary on how certain things can have that moment, and it's okay if it has that moment, and eventually things can end, and they'll have that tail end. So instead of sparkle and blackout, it's sparkle and fade. It's like a slow.
It makes sense.
Eventually, there will be one person, and then no people.
I'm always ready to learn. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Abducted by the 80s is coming up October 18th. That's going to be Wang Chung, Naked Eyes, and Men Without Hats. So all three of them are going to be on that stage and honestly rocking out the house. So, I mean, I already talked about Vampire Circus. We got the Wallflowers coming up. Jacob Dylan, who's going to be headlining that. So that's a co-promotion. That's going to be one of our bigger shows. It's selling pretty well as well.
There's some good shows coming up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I just love going to that theater because it's small, it's local, and it's just, I just love it. I just love it because
It's
it
on
really
my
is very
list.
intimate, very, very intimate. We should really.
It's
I'm
really
not.
nice.
I'm not
We
kidding
should.
with the office there.
Yeah, and plus our private lounge that Marisa was talking about earlier has one of the oldest bars in Fort Pierce that is installed upstairs. It is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I absolutely
It was a
love it.
saloon back in the day.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
think it was like
Wow.
Buckhorn Saloon, I want to say it's called. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow. And do you talk about parking because people would like to know about parking?
That's fair.
Sure.
Parking is
we
our
do
favorite
always,
word.
We always recommend people come, 30
Early.
minutes, 45 minutes
Yeah.
before the show starts. Our doors always open an hour before, and we have bars open. And so, and if you have access to private lounge, there's food there as well and seating. So we always tell people to make sure they come early. We have 2 parking garages. They are free, but they are a little bit of a walk. There's one on Orange Avenue and one on 2nd Street. And then there's street parking as well, and a
Very
parking
minimal.
lot. Yeah, minimal
and
street
there's some
parking.
really sweet restaurants too.
Oh,
So
great
many
ones.
good
right across
restaurants.
of the way, so you can come early, have a great meal, and then find an easy, nice parking spot.
Yeah,
And then go
the
enjoy.
restaurants they know when we have a big show coming up,
Yeah.
so you'll get good service, fully staffed, because
Yeah, it's
they're
beautiful.
excited to have
I
us
love
there.
that
yeah.
part of it as well. I love the fact that was there, and that's exactly why I'm not talking about houses today, but I will be speaking about them next week. But the reality is that when you purchase a home, let's talk about that, Jennifer. You're not purchasing just the house. You're not purchasing the roof over your head. You should be looking at all the things that make you're living there wonderful and bringing you
community, like you
memories.
said.
And that is exactly what this theater does. I mean, I love going there. I truly see. This is not good. Forgive me. Okay. But that's what I really and truly enjoy about the Sunrise Theater is the size of it and the history and what you do for the community. I mean, it's just amazing. Our entire area is so philanthropic. Do you have any questions for them, Jennifer? Because you've been over there like a mute.
I've actually been very well educated. Thank you very much on the theater. Because like I said, I've never been. I would love, it's on my list. One of your good shows, something that I'm
We'll do
interested
something.
in.
We'll do something with the office.
We have a little bit of everything. We just announced a comedian this week, Hannah Berner, and she's big online. But then we also have
I think I've seen her. I think
Almond Betts Family Revival.
is coming in. Yep.
And that's been doing amazing. And then we still have a sprinkle of tribute acts of of a Jimmy Buffett tribute act
and John Denver
John Denver, Louis
Armstrong tribute.
We have Chris
Louis
Body.
Armstrong too.
Yeah.
Are people still alive that know Louis?
Interestingly enough, yes. Very much. Yeah.
I love him. Yeah.
Jazz musicians, Chris Body and Trombone Shorty are both coming with Orleans Avenue, and then Rhythm of the Dance for our step dancing for a whole show. So we have really a little bit of everything.
The dance. So that should be that would be fun.
Yeah, it's
that would be fun.
Heavily choreographed.
Oh my God, it's a good show.
It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. I watch them.
It's mesmerizing.
How do you do that? I can't. I can walk, but I can't walk and do that and hold my arms still. Right. That would be asking too much of me. Is there anything that I haven't covered that you want to talk about that we really need to mention?
Just take a look at our website, consider becoming a member. And
how much is it to be a member?
We have different levels. It starts at $75 and then it increases depending on the perks.
What would be the benefit of a $75 member?
You get announced the show early, and you get about 1 day early to buy tickets. But then as you increase, so when we get to like a $250 membership, then you'll have exchange privileges. So if you can't make it to the show, you're able to exchange your tickets, whereas typically we have a no refund policy. And then when you get up into that level as well, or the $1,000 level members, you get access to our private lounge, which the photos are on the screen now. And we offer little bites and an exclusive bar area for our members to come and enjoy.
You also can meet with the artists, which
yes, we do have meet and greets sometimes.
I love that because I went to the meet and greet, and I love that. And I think it's not a huge line, so it's not like you're going to Kravitz, which I love that Kravitz theater as well. But it's just a different
atmosphere.
Very different atmosphere.
We keep it very, very intimate. It's a first come, first serve for the meet and greets. It's not in the lounge, but with our members, they get an email that's like, okay, sign up, and whoever's first, then you get to meet them. And it's always very sweet. It's usually in our black box. It's always up to if the artist wants to, but usually the artist loves it.
They love seeing our fans. Yeah. They love to be.
Do you have a lot of members?
Right now we're at about 200, I believe.
Okay.
So we just started the season. Really, we just started in May is our membership when we started opening our memberships for this year. So it grows as the year goes on.
That's excellent.
As we continue to add more shows, because we add more and more as the season goes on.
And how do you decide? I mean, who decides what artists come? That should be interesting as well.
Yeah, so we have a couple of different ways to get shows. Either someone's renting the theater and they're bringing shows to us, and they pretty much see all the profit, but we help facilitate that for them. We'll do co-promotion, so bigger companies like AEG or Live Nation will bring us shows of artists that will perform in a venue of our size or like venues that are similar. And then for shows that we kind of purchase on our own, years of creating connections with different agencies and them understanding what shows we're looking for and the demographics.
And how have the shows changed over the years? Have they changed? I mean, have you?
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong. I mean, it seems to me that we're not changing, we're just adding.
Yeah.
It's not a change, it's an add.
Depends on the show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the tributes that we have listed right now, for the most part, are rentals or co-promotions. And so we've been going less and less after them ourselves because we find other promoters will bring them to our building and they serve the function, right?
Yeah.
So which gives us more of an opportunity to go after some acts for a younger demographic. So Everclear is really they were popular in the 90s, or the comedian we just announced, Hannah Berner, she's big on TikTok, you know what I mean? So they're a little newer and
there's so many different venues now to get out there. Am I supposed to shut up now, Jesse?
1 minute.
I've got 1 minute. Okay.
Make it count.
Okay, Jennifer, do you have anything
to add? It was a great podcast. Very informative.
I loved it.
Thank you for having
decided
us.
to be a little quiet today.
Okay, you decided? Okay.
It happens quite often.
And then, Briggs, do you have anything that you want the people to know?
Come on out. We'd love to see you at the Sunrise. Anytime, any show.
Definitely. And how about you, Marisa?
We're just happy. We're ready to open our doors September 20th for our big first show. So we're excited to see people.
And I can tell you from personal experience, it's a great venue. And thank you so much. And this is part of what we sell when we sell a home here in Indian River County and Port St. Lucie County and all the other areas. Thank you so much for doing what you do. You have the best day ever. Ciao for now. And Jennifer, you want to say adios for now? Are you going to say
Adios
bye-bye?
for now.
Adios for now. Thank you so much for coming. You were great. You were
thank
absolutely
you.
great. I really
You were.
loved it.
Yes.
I really loved it. And I was nervous because I didn't know you. Normally, I know my guests a little bit, but I felt like I knew you right away.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, I did. Well, Briggs, you live where I live, so why not? And Jennifer lives there as well. What street do you live on?
95th.